Thank you very much. Thank you all my colleagues for this whole day. I have been in Congress for 22 years, and as you know, I'm retiring. I don't think I've been more proud of this House and the minority in this House, the Democratic Party, for demonstrating how we need to take back this Congress so that the voice of the people can be heard on the floor. And regardless of the attempt to shut off this microphone and to shut off the cameras, because of the incredible ability to use social media, the American public is being able to understand what is going on here. I also want to remind people that are in the gallery, even our incredible turnout of our press corps, which is remarkable, more so than we see in most incidents on the floor, that this is an election year. Every single member of Congress, their contract is up for renewal in November. Every single member. People ought to be taking a look at their voting record. Why don't you take a look at the NRA voting record of members of Congress? You'll see that the people that are speaking here today, who are great scholars when they were in universities, in studies of law and medicine, and many other professions, were at the top of their class. They got A's. They're valedictorians. And now they're walking around with a letter F from the NRA. The proudest F they ever received. Every newspaper in this country ought to be publishing that voting record. Because they'll see that what we're doing today is a demonstration that is boiled on this floor for decades. When I first arrived, we had a very controversial bill, the President Clinton's crime bill. And in that, we banned assault weapons. Very controversial vote. Fortunately, that ban was sunsetted after 10 years. Everyone thought, well, it worked well. Assault weapons couldn't be sold anywhere in the United States. And we'd regain it. But with the Republican leadership at that time, they wouldn't even allow for a vote. Wouldn't even allow for a vote to renew that ban. So our frustration has been mounting year after year. And in this election year, we're not only electing legislators to Congress, we're electing legislators to state governments. And I'm very proud to be from a state, California, which has the most number of people, about 36 million people. And I would imagine with that population, probably the most number of members of the NRA, National Rifle Association. Probably, if people do have legal guns, they probably have more than any other state. And yet that state legislature, elected like we are, in the same day, have been able to go to the state capitol in Sacramento and ban assault weapons. Ban assault weapons. They've been able to enact background checks. Congress hasn't been able to do that. They've been able to limit the number of ammunition in a magazine to 10 rounds, not 20 or 30 like it was used in Orlando. So state legislators, stand up, be proud, start enacting laws that your elected officials in Congress can't do. And take note of those members that are speaking out today, trying to bring just one simple amendment, one simple clause that say, if you are on a terrorist watch list, you can't buy a gun. This isn't anything. People will give you all kinds of excuses about sale of guns to people who shouldn't have them. I want to apologize to my colleagues as I had to leave the floor for several hours. I left because I was being honored tonight by the Colombian Embassy here in Washington, D.C. Because I started my public service as a Peace Corps volunteer in Colombia. At the time we started, there was no violence in Colombia. I served in Medellin. Medellin ended up, during the violent period of Colombia, being the murder capital of the world. What I was so proud tonight, not only being honored by the Colombians for all the work I've done here, but I'm proud of what Colombia did today. Do you know that they are, after all this long war, the most expensive civil war in modern history? They've worked out a peace agreement with the enemy, with the Farr. They're doing that tomorrow in Havana. I mean, this is just remarkable that we can have other governments go through and eliminate the causes of, eliminate the warring factors and sit down and talk about how you have peace. And in that, obviously, there's going to be a lot of gun legislation, gun restrictions. Why can't we, in the United States Congress, just enact one little simple measure? People of this country, if you like what you're seeing here tonight, you can thank us by your actions in November when you vote. And for my Republican colleagues, let's use this process. Let's let bills come to the floor. Let's debate them. What are you afraid of, an up or down vote? Shutting down this House is so un-American. And my colleagues that stand behind me and around me and sit here tonight and will be here, I think, all night, I'm so proud of you. Proud to be an American. Proud to be a Peace Corps volunteer. Proud to be a member of Congress. Thank you very, very much.